Hey y'all, it's Shut Door Shutter coming back to you with a brand new episode of T.A.C. Today is episode 4, and we're going to get into some building shenanigans, and we're going to get into a few other things, but let's get right into this. Alright, we got wardens, ladies and gentlemen. This is actually really impromptu, but I was actually placing mega torches for spawn. And I came across this. So, I'm going to actually land here.
Alright, do you think it can hear our voice chat?
I'm pretty sure that's actually like a feature we can toggle on, but I don't think actually it is right now. But I mean, let's start running.
Shall I see if my first death is to a warden?
Yeah, let's go for it. Have fun. Remember, you gotta walk. That's all I got. Oh.
I got heartbeats.
We barely can see him. I can see his name tag. All I can see is your like health bar. I can't even see you that well.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I think I only have to do it one more time. I should be able to kill it pretty fast.
Nope. Maybe. This is interesting. This is actually the first ancient city, and I was placing mega torches.
Really lucky on the...
Oh, here you go. I'm curious if they drop anything, really. Did he drop anything at all?
Oh, hey, here's another one.
Okay, so they don't drop anything. They're kind of useless. Okay. Okay, well, we have an ancient city that actually has probably loot in it. Alright, let's take out this Skulk Shrieker. I just silk touched that. Okay, well, now, if you want a temp pad location, it's probably not a bad idea. Might find loot here.
Maybe.
Because I know there's, like, the swift sneak and stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at a couple chests, but for the most part, I'm probably just gonna go back to my base for now.
Alrighty.
Have fun.
You too. But yeah, this is the ancient city. Let's take a peek at the loot here. Kind of lagging a little bit. That's alright. So we got Frostwalker, Efficiency, Excessive Hoe. Where'd he spawn at? So it doesn't look like the greatest loot in the world. But it is loot nevertheless. Alright, where's he at? We also got this chest right here. Knockback. So nothing really that fantastic. And it looks like we haven't had any mods really improve the loot either. Alright, where's he at? I think he's like right here. Yeah. Okay, yep. Where's my arrows? Because I am not geared to take him on. But alright. That's the warden. We're getting out of here. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. So, what I'm thinking, and this may be crazy, but we have this at spawn, right? This is directly on top of spawn, basically. I think spawn's spawn's right here, okay? And what I want to do is I want to kind of have, just kind of visualize this with me. I want to kind of flatten this out a little bit and put a building on top of it, right? And then where it's like shorter, so like right here, put like a wooden post or a stone pillar of some kind to kind of have like 4 center structures. So we've got like this one over here, and they're going to be staggered, of course, because you got this one here, and then I think we could actually just do 3. Maybe we even just build another mountain peak right here, and then we set a giant circular building on top of all this, and then have our warp portals here, because I think that's what I want to do. And I haven't talked to anybody about this, but I think I'm gonna claim this mountain and kind of work on that. All right, so quickly before we get into building this thing, I've just went ahead and I've gathered some materials. The plan for this build is kind of observatory-esque. We're going to kind of build a giant circle, go up about 20, 40 blocks, 20, 30 blocks maybe, and then dome it, right? We're going to put a dome on top of this building. And I think for the most part, the dome is going to not consist of glass, since it's not really truly an observatory. But I think it's going to be easier to kind of show you what I mean whenever we get to that. All right, so I've been going at this for a few hours now, probably way more hours than I should. And I realized that the actual time-lapse footage did not work. But honestly, it wasn't really going to be anything spectacular, because I tore it all down in the end. And I'm going to tear down this whole mountain. And what I'm going to end up doing is kind of flattening. Here, let me turn off my jetpack. I'm going to end up flattening all of this to basically where it is now. So we're at Y level 190. And all of this, including... So this is texture, of course. This is depth. But this will all be one flat area at the end of the day. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build 4 massive pillars to then put the actual observatory up here. And the reason I would have loved to do the mountains, but every time I looked at it, I was like, man, this just looks really, really stupid. So I'm going to do just massive pillars and have a walkway coming from... So our center, we're going to have to find the center of this. But like the center, and then we're going to have a stairway coming into the center here, a stairway coming into the center here, and here, and here. And whenever we do that, we are going to then have like elevators that allow for people to go up to the observatory, and the observatory itself, I think, is going to house the bases of the T.A.C. members. And then down below, we can set other miscellaneous teleports. And so that way we don't have to worry too much about the outside of that one. But the main one, of course, it starts raining, will be up in the observatory, where kind of overlooks the spawn in a sense. So I'm going to get to working on that. But I think for right now, this is just going to be me doing this for a little while. And I think we'll just time-lapse this, tearing down this mountain. And we'll have to look at pillars and stuff. I want to kind of take a look at some Minecraft builds online, see what we can look at, kind of get an idea. Because I think I know what I want, like in my head, but I don't know how to go about building it, right? I'm not the best builder, and I want to try and get better, of course. So we're going to kind of, have that look and kind of get some inspiration and all of that stuff. Alrighty. So we've got that done. So, sometimes I get ideas that are just so far out there that I want to do them, but like, do I have the sanity, right? So I could do pillars, right? We could think about pillars, or we could just level this entire mountain, right? Like, that's crazy, right? Am I the only one thinking that's a little crazy? But it's doable. I mean, it would be, except for spawns all the way down here, and I would need to take this down however many blocks. But we do actually have a thing that would help us with this. We wouldn't be able to get any resources from it, and I would have to make sure not to destroy my own shop. But if I were to take out this entire mountain and kind of just create a giant monument instead, so we're kind of shifting. I would love to do an observatory, but I was maybe we do one. Well, I don't know, because I mean this isn't a tall mountain either, right? And we could probably just scale this mountain up if we wanted to, but I did the wrong thing. That. But I don't know. I kind of want to tear the entire mountain to its knees, basically. Let's get into looking at pillars. So, let's drop here. Let's clear out the inventory a quick bit here. All right, so what I'm thinking for pillars is kind of a dark tone, which is what I'm going with this season, I think. A darker tone, but we're going to kind of mix this with calcite. So let's actually grab... I don't actually have a crafting table out here, do I? So calcite, right? Calcite's one of those, like, kind of interesting blocks, and I personally like it. But I think there's also, like, polished calcite, isn't there, in here? Yeah, from Quark. So we have this variation. And I'm pretty sure on top of that we have the brick variation as well. But this would be for like the walls. I think this would be good for like a giant cathedral type of situation more than anything else. All right, so we're going to try and build a pillar here. I don't 100% know if this is going to work, but I think so. We've basically got a grid laid out here. That's going to be a pillar. That's going to be a pillar over there. I actually guess I didn't complete that one. But that one's going to be a pillar. And then the center, we're going to have one pillar as well. But it's going to be a little bit larger than each one of these. And we're just going to have the elevators inside of that. I'm hoping we can... I don't even know how high the elevators can go. If we need to, we can just do a water elevator kind of thing. But yeah. So let's copy... So we need to get... Ooh, I don't know if I like that, though. Hold on. I guess that'll work. It's a little weird on the centering, though. So if I do this is the actual center of that. Alright, and then we can do... Kind of want to do... How is that going to look? I mean, I guess we could fly up and see. Okay, so yeah, I like that design more. Oh, I got the stupid flamingo thing still on. I thought I took that off a long time ago. Irritates me. Alright. So, do. So in theory, the block would need to be placed there to be on center. And I think if we go out that, do this, do this, then this. Is that too weird? I think that feels too weird to me. Yeah, it's like too long. We're basically trying to create a circle here. So let's not go off that block. So our center block is right here. Then it goes 2 off that direction, 2 off that direction, 2 off that direction. And let's see. So if we go 1, 2, 3, okay, just have 3 past these corner blocks. And we get rid of this, okay? And we'll go 1, 1, 2 here. Okay, this, there. That's wrong, right? Why does that seem wrong? Because I only did one side? No? Is this a weird size? That shouldn't be a weird size, right? Okay, let's do this. So we'll do that. So we are 3 past. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Yeah, you're too close. That's why it was off. All right, so let's just do this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. And I think what we can do is we can kind of bridge that to be like that. All right. So 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and 1. Okay. And then same thing here. Okay. This is going to be the base of the pillar, right? And I think what we'll do is we can go up from here. I really quickly need to go grab something. Quickly grabbing a tape measure, by the way. All right, so let's go up. I'd say 15 blocks sounds good to me. Okay. So we're at 15 blocks here. And I think this is going to be kind of our kind of center space. Okay, so can I clear this? Okay, control R, I forget. So let's go out 2. All right, so 2 in each direction. We might want to go out 3. Is that where these blocks are? Yeah, let's go out 3 then. Okay. And what we'll then do is go up, I think, until 3 under. How tall are we? So we're 5 blocks apart. I think this actually will work. And then we can go in, go up, go in, go up, and then meet. So this would kind of be like your central base, right? And of course, this has no textures or anything, no depth. But I think this looks, I mean, this looks tall, right? But that is kind of the point of this. It's going to be a massive structure, I would think. But I'm also terrible with scale, so we'll see. This might just look a little funny. I think that'll work. I think. For me personally, I think that would work. But I don't know about the other people on the server. Because we could definitely add more depth into this, and we could actually kind of create a base that's like 3 or 4 blocks tall, and then shrink in, and then go up, and then shrink in a little bit more, if we wanted to. I mean, that might not be a problem to look at that. Let's see. I mean, something like this, where we just kind of shrink it in until we get to a skinnier column. I mean, I think the column probably should be around about this size. So let's get rid of this. Because I don't want to make like a dinky little column either. That's going to be the other thing. And I think if we wanted to, we could come in here and we could add, like blocks here, and then probably some walls here to make it look like they're kind of connected. But I don't really also want this to be one solid color. So I'm not sure. Not sure at all. Because, I mean, one solid color makes sense, but also it doesn't because it's like a pillar. I think you could make like decorative a little bit. Um, hmm. And I know a lot of people on Minecraft build a lot of like intricate ones as well. So I mean, what we could do is, I mean, we could grab some other kind of deep slate, right? So kind of keep the same color but break up the texture. So if we looked at, for example, polished, and we were to come to the bottom here, and maybe we took the outline, so like this bottom layer, like just the bottom layer, and we actually added kind of something like this, and then maybe we take on these kind of single sides, we take this and we actually put more polished diorite, not diorite, deep slate, my bad. I have something like that, where it kind of has like the middle section, the beefier section has a lot of cobbled deep slate, and then maybe when we get to the pillar here, oop, I missed. I don't have hover on. Maybe when we get to the pillar area, we look at, so we want to go out 3. Okay. When we get to this, maybe we pull out something like similar darkness, maybe like blackstone. I think that's a lot darker though, in my opinion. That's a lot more dark. So we do have basalt. We also have smooth basalt. Where is smooth basalt at? Right here. And this one's not. Oh, this one is rotational base as well. I was just curious. All right, so I mean we've got options. Can we make? So smooth basalt. Is there anything else you can make with basalt? And we do have plenty of mods, by the way, that add different things. I kind of think I would like some of this. Some of this polished basalt as the central pillar. Let's see. Does this actually look good next to each other, though? I would assume it's like a breaking texture, right? So something like that. I kind of like that. I think we'll do polished basalt for the center. And then go up about 10 blocks. I probably should make this shorter. But that means I have to scale it all down. So I think what we'll do is we'll start working on these pillars. I'm gonna probably try and get one complete here and see what it looks like. And if I don't like it, I'll just take it all down. I don't really care. I've committed to this project, but I think these are too big. I really do. Unless I'm planning on making this massive. I mean, I kind of want to cover from this central point here to, I think the central point is it right here? Yeah, I think that was the central point. So from right here to pretty much the edge of this, let's see. So maybe we want a circle that is, so we're currently at Y level 7 or X level 70, 166. So if we made how many? The problem is I also don't know how wide 50 blocks is really. So let's go out this direction. So we've got from our central point to here. Okay. That is in total 50 blocks. Okay. So I think what we'll do is we'll go. Well, we need to at least go. Let's see. So the pillar ends here. So I want to go out at least 5 blocks from the pillar, which means that we want to go diagonally. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from here to here, that is a total of 26 blocks. So going out 30 in each direction is not unreasonable, or 35. So 35 blocks in total, which is going to be a massive structure. Okay. Okay. I got things to think about, ladies and gentlemen. Things to think about. We have new mods. Between this segment and the last one, we have added a few things into this pack. The first one being the ME Requester. If we actually just type in Requester, we have the Requester right here, the ME Requester. There was a refined one, a refined storage one, but there was not an ME one or applied energistics one. We've also added the reverse of that, which is the Infinity Booster, which we had one for AE2, but we did not have one for refined storage. So now we have that. Fantastic. We also have a Tombstone mod now. I think we've chosen Coral's Tombstones, which has like a little bit of magic kind of shenanigans you can do with it. Something we'll have to look at in the future. We also have Easy Villagers, which in my personal opinion, I didn't really want this one because I just prefer doing villagers like we have it out there. Man, I love how it starts raining whenever I record. Let's actually quickly grab rain shields. We also have max health fix, which every mod pack should have whenever you're adding more health into the game, because whenever you spawn in, you will have all of your hearts instead of just the normal 10. And that is a fantastic thing to have, because I don't want to regen hearts every single time, especially if I log out in a dangerous situation. But now we've got that fixed. It's fantastic. We're going to quickly place down some rain shields around my base, just because I am tired of rain. I think we'll just do those two for right now. This is the only areas I'm really in. But yeah, so we're going to get into easy villagers real quick, but we are going to take a peek at spawn here because I have been working on this shenanigans, which are just like 4 massive pillars But I've only got 3 of them done. I kind of ran out of material on this one. You can see that I do not have all the walls. But I do like these. I think that, in my personal opinion, this is actually looking pretty decent. Of course, I do like the splash of blue, just kind of adds some amount of color. And I've taken out the polished. But I've also kind of changed a little bit of how I thought I was going to do this. I was going to actually leave like spaces and put like walls here to make a little bit more depth, but I didn't even bother with that. So we've got a decent pillar, I'd say, but we're going to have to get on to making the actual platform here in a little while. But I've also been kind of clearing out this kind of section here because we are going to, of course, do a staircase. Remember to each side, so that way they can come in on all sides. And then I think the biggest thing with this is I'm going to build the staircase up to these cobblestone deep slates, which is going to cut through the mountain, just like we have here at spawn. So whenever you do spawn, of course, you are spawned right next to this staircase. So if you need to get to somebody's base without having a temp pad or something, you can rush up here, use an elevator, which we're probably just going to do a bubble column, run to the center, get thrown up there, and that is a fantastic thing. So let's get on to something else here. So easy villagers. We've messed with this before on FTB Skies, but let's go over the basics. So easy villagers just adds little boxes that basically allow for you to either trade, auto trade, breed, convert, farm, or even make an iron farm. Of course, we don't need an iron farm, and then also an incubator to grow the children that you breed. But we also can come up here and we can shift right click on a villager to pick them up. Okay, so when we do that, oh goodness gracious, that's jarring. I really need to get rid of the step height on this. It really is jarring. So jarring. So what we can do is we can grab, oh nope. All right, we'll just make our own glass panes. I really don't like the fact that Forge does that. I was like, hey, you can make this glass. I don't need, okay, glass panes. What am I looking for? Where's the glass panes? Am I blind? Oh, it's because I typed in at glass. That's my bad. I'm just delusional, apparently. Okay, so we'll make a trader. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, let's just grab a couple of them. 26. That sounds good. So what we'll do, I guess instead, is kind of take this out because we don't need this really anymore. Sadly. And I think we could just place this right here. Place the lectern in here. Place the librarian in here. And then grab some grass. I'm going to shift the carpet up, just like this. Okay? And then you can see if we right-click here that we have access to this villager's trade, which this guy had Traveler and Feather Falling. Just Traveler is marked because it's the most important one. And then we can just kind of repeat that cycle, right? So let's take out this block. We can shift right-click on him, take out the trapdoor, take out the wool, place the wool here, place this trader here, this here, this here. All right, so let's just keep going here. So break the wool, place the trader, place the villager, place the lectern. Do we have, yeah, let's just grab a stack of grass because we're going to put this back here. Okay, so now we can do something like this where we can have a whole bunch of more villagers here. Let's quickly grab wool. Just kind of keep the design consistent here. And with that, we're going to wrap up this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome, and I can't wait to see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.